Yes.
With this in mind, the text, the writers are saying, beloved, if, as you just rightly said, if God so loved us, we ought also to love one another. Yes. And you're pretty much just saying, be like Christ. Excuse me. But most times you hear people will argue about the fact that I will not give money to beggars on the street. For example, you're passing this train station and there's somebody begging. Many people says, they make a livelihood out of it, meaning that somebody can stay there for the whole day and make enough money to keep them going for the whole month, more than your salary. And people will argue about giving, but the text is now telling us that we should always have compassion and be like Christ. So, I believe when Christ is telling us generally to have compassion, it doesn't matter if we know that the case may be that the person is using this money for to just be careless and carefree. We should still have compassion. What do you think? Is it okay to always give on the street when you see people asking for money, or you should do a little bit of investigation as into what they're going to... Obviously, if you know that they definitely know, you are sure that they're using it for drugs, you may not give. But if you don't know their situation and they're just begging, is it okay to just constantly give?
No, it's not. It's not.
According to the text.
No, it's not. It's not. It's not. Right? People should not take the mick out of people. Right? And that's not what the Bible is saying to us. Right? We should have compassion on the needy and not on the greedy. Right? You have, as you rightly said there, they were showing you this guy on the TV the other day. This guy owns a few houses in Kent, and he owns a nice Mercedes Benz, and I think he has a BMW X5 parked up on his drive. And basically, he comes to London every day, and he puts on his begging clothes, right? And he sits round by Parliament here and there, right? And he was drawing down about 150,000, 160,000 a year.
Business.
And the government decided to tax him. When they got him, he said, well, that's his job. His job is begging. So you know what the government says now? That's your job. You have to pay tax. So, from you start begging, we are going to go back and check this out. And all your assets, you have to pay tax on it. Because you is taking money out of everybody else.
Yeah, but that's knowing. If you know their situation. But what if you don't know?
No, what I'm saying, you're talking about the people by the train station.
Yeah, and you don't know their life story. You don't know that this man is a millionaire and just...
The problem is, my brother, right? You see, you cannot be certain about people, right? Yeah. But at the end of the day, I learned this. You have some East European people, right? Walk around with babies and dead. Right? And I have taken money and give to them. And I walk down the road and coming up back, and it's them again. And telling me, baby, don't eat from money. But I just give you the one, you mean 10 pound a half. So when I was going down, I gave you the 10 pound in my pocket. I know you come and tell me the baby don't eat from money. I give you 10 pound away. So you're coming back. So I know that these people are kind people. You understand me? So you do not give these people nothing. It's simple as that. Right? Because these people, what they do, that's their line of their job. To go out with babies, I'm dead. Nowadays they're saying, people rent babies. Yeah. They don't have a baby, so they come to you and say, their friends and say, listen, I'll give you how much for the day to get your baby. Yeah. And they come out and they walk around the baby. And they beg on me. Okay. That is stupidity. No, Sister Blandel, she was the
Yes, I was in answer. As a rule, I don't give beggars anymore. And I remembered some years ago, when my children were younger, I was dropping off one. I dropped one to school. Two smallest ones. I dropped one to school, and I was going to work 17.5 hours for the week. And this man met me one day, said he's hungry. Can I give him £1? I gave him £1. The next day I saw him drinking Tennant. I said, really? I can't afford Tennant. And he's begging me, and I didn't give him. Then another girl, she wanted to have a cup of tea because she said she was really hungry. She looks like she was on drugs. And anyway, I gave her some money. Then another person came. He's telling me he was from West London. He didn't have any fare to go home and he was hungry, etc., etc. So I went in the chip shop, was to order something for him to eat. And then he decided, no, I'd rather the money. I said, no, this is a trick. So from then, I don't give no beggars, because I know that they'll use every trick in the book to get you who are trying to live. You don't have much, but they want everything that you have. And these days, a modern day beggars, they're not like the beggars. I mean, you can probably see some really genuine people. Sometimes you see some people with dogs, and the dogs look very well fed, but they are sitting on the roadside on the pavement begging. I don't do it anymore.
My boss always said the easiest way to get rich is that get a dog and get a ball. Sit on the roadside, and nobody cares about you, but everybody cares about the dog. So everybody will put money in there because they expect you to be the dog. Sister Polly.
I think what I was getting from missionary's question is about the fact that you've given, you've given that you're giving and you're helping someone, and I think each case is individual, and I understand that maybe the majority may be trying to pull a fast one, but I also believe that there still are some genuine people out there who are needy. And so if there's going to be a blanket, well, I'm not going to give, there's going to be an opportunity there that we're going to miss in helping someone. And I think each case is individual. And I truly believe that at the time and with what is presented to you, the information that they give you, that you believe that they are in need, I think that is what God is going to see, because you're giving genuinely and you're giving to help them. It may turn out that, okay, they then go and use it for something else. Well, that is them. That is up to them. You've given it with good intention to help them. But the Bible also says you need to be wise. You need to use wisdom. And if it's the same person that is coming with that same story, and if you then want to give it, knowing what they're going to do, then that is up to you. But the Bible does say that you must be wise and you use wisdom. And you know that, all right, you gave it the last time out of goodness, thinking that they were going to get a cup of tea, instead they went on that tenant, or whatever, or drugs. And so the second time you'd be wise. But I don't think we should tarnish everyone with the same brush and thinking because this one did that, then everyone who is coming in need is going to be full in the fast one, because there are some genuine people out there.
But then the other thing.
Sorry, I know that there's genuine people, and I think that's what Brother Reed had said.
Yeah.
If it's everyone, and I think he said, that's what he said, isn't it? If it's everyone, it should.
But I'm going to comment on what you said, and we'll comment on what Sister Bennett said, because Sister Bennett
we used to support a charity, and I don't support charity anymore. I don't support that charity anymore until I found out they had 4 directors that were on 88,000 a year. Right? So I'm saying, because every minute they were telling me they have a problem. And John would say, oh boy, they have a problem again, but we have to do this. And then I found out, you know what happened? It's something we had in happening. We had something in happening. And I decided to go investigate. So let me investigate these people and find out about the directors and how it's run and if they are 88,000 a year. So how much money out of what you give to that charity is going to anything?
It's going to
do anything. Because remember this, the directors has to get paid first. before anything spills down. You understand me?
Yeah.
And what they were saying, these guys is not in one charity.
No.
They are directors for like
Lots of
charities. So the problem is, right? They have 4, 5, 6 charities which is feeding them money.
Can get about 300 and something
Right?
a year.
A year. And plus, they have jobs.
Yeah.
Yes.
But that's only part-time.
Because they put 1 hour into each charity per month, maybe. Right? And they're getting all this money, right? And so that stops me from supporting that charity any at all.
Agreed.
I still will support charity and worthy causes, but I will investigate any one of them that send me and said, oh, we need this, we need that. Investigate them. Don't just get up and give them. Because the problem is not, I'm willing to give to the cause, but basically I don't want my money going to the greedy.
True.
You understand me? The needy, yes. The greedy, no. I am not supporting the greedy. Right? Because I don't know if you hear the investigation that's going on with the FBI about the Christians, the preachers. Right? They're investigating all of these things now on the tax, on the tax property. Right? Because they're saying these guys are getting like how much million a year. And the problem is, the people in their church are poor.
Yes.
And they're collecting how much million a year. One guy owned 3 planes.
Preferable.
He owned 1.
Yeah.
Yeah, he has 1 big jet, one private jet, values something like about 30 million pounds. Right? And this other white guy, he owns 3. And the one that talk about, he don't take, you must not pledge less than 1,000 pounds, that one. 3 jets he has. And his jet, his toy one, his main jet, values more than $100 million US.
Yeah.
He's called it his pride and joy. So, you know? Yeah.
But I think the question really is a matter of making sure that compassion is shown, isn't it?
Compassion must be shown, but too.
Well, you see, then that's the thing, you see, because I guess Sister Paula was making the point, that I guess we all have met upon people who we probably have missed, including myself, have missed the opportunity maybe to give something, but because I have an attitude that I won't give at all. And maybe that is one of the things that I would have to look at based on how I distribute the little bit I have. You see, because sometimes we can't even turn around and look at it in our churches and say maybe the money that should be is not being given the right way, depending on, the membership that we have. So I think Jesus was making a point that whatever situation, compassion is important.
Yes.
That's a lesson.
Compassion is important to who? Compassion is important to the people who needs compassion.
Yes.
You understand?
Agreed.
You should show compassion to who needs compassion. I think me and my family are really compassionate people. We are always showing compassion to people who needs compassion. But at the end of the day, I'm still not in the compassion for the greedy.
No, agree.
Right? It's simple. I'm in the compassion for the needy, not the greedy. That's it. Yeah, we have to be very careful, man.
Yeah, yes, to be careful, because today, I mean, even in this country, there is social, there are money that people do get from benefits. So, is there a real reason for people to be begging these days?
We don't know. We don't know the situation. Yeah, we don't know if they get money too.
So, but we don't have time to investigate. Is there a real reason for people to be begging on the streets, really? I mean, in some how are we going to investigate whether I know sometimes we might do like breakfast morning, some places there, or they go on the streets and they give them something to eat. But is there a real, can we see genuine need, or is it just greed?
Pastor, let me just my last point, and then you can move on to the next question. You know, what I realized, Sister Bennett, just to answer your question, I personally think that you should invest some time in finding, Pastor Bennett and I'm sure, know how to vet sometimes when people come to coffee morning to find out if really they're genuine. Because sometimes you have to vet. I remember one minister said to me, look, if somebody comes to you and said to you, look, they need a tenner or a fiver to put on their bus pass, the first thing I say to them is, all right then, have you got a bus pass? Have you got an Oyster card? They would say, no, I left it at home. I said, listen, go and get the Oyster card, come back to me, I'll take you to the shop, and we'll put it on. You need to put a little bit of time in knowing clearly that the situation is genuine before you can give. But I mean, personally, at the street, sometimes I just look at the person and just feel, yeah, they look like they need it, I will give a pound or two. But in a coffee morning setting where you're doing a service to the community, I think you should take a little bit of time out, and probably in other circumstances as well, take a little time out to investigate if the person is genuine before you part with your money. Because remember, you're looking for the person that is in need to show compassion to.